You can almost think of PAA or peroxyacetic acid as a super stabilized hydrogen peroxide. After all, hydrogen peroxide is more or less the backbone of the chemistry. However, hydrogen peroxide by itself is highly unstable, and in fact, once it hits water, it can degrade pretty quickly. So our PAA products are 100 times the oxidizing power of a 50% commercial grade peroxide alone, and 100% more stable. So what we're doing is we're mixing hydrogen peroxide with acetic acid. When the two compounds get together, they get into an equilibrium dance, and they actually create a third compound called PAA or peroxyacetic acid. Peroxyacetic acid is really what's giving the chemistry its teeth. It's a pretty neat chemistry that was being developed by our owner's father back in the 70s to combat salmonella in poultry plants. Back then, his boss was telling him that he had to find a chemistry that would contact kill salmonella quickly so that they wouldn't have to close up shop for a week while they sanitize. And he did it. He and another research scientist discovered that by adding acetic acid to hydrogen peroxide, it not only strengthens, but it stabilizes it and creates that third compound, PAA or peroxyacetic acid. Under the microscope, you can think of it kind of like a Venn diagram or two rings that overlap. Hydrogen peroxide is one ring, acetic acid is the other, and that space in the middle is the PAA. What the PAA does is it really tears open the cell wall to let that oxidizing power of the hydrogen peroxide in. A remarkable characteristic of peroxyacetic acid, PAA, is that it's a non-mutational chemistry, which means that bugs and pathogens and disease can't evolve and become resistant to it. And this is really entirely unlike conventional chemicals like chlorine, bleach, quaternary ammonia, which also remain in the environment for long periods of time. They just aren't that effective anymore for that very reason. So the neat thing about PAA is that once it kills on contact, the PAA instantly breaks down into air and water. So if you're using our products to treat your crops or sanitize your equipment or surfaces or in your produce wash, you don't have to rinse anything. Once it's dry, it's gone forever, and so is anything microbial. As a research and results-driven company, BioSafe's family of PAA products offer you the very best protection. After all, it's in our motto, simply sustainable, always effective.